Welcome to another Borino Live. Good to see you guys. Happy Friday to you, or whenever you're watching this on replay. It's good to see you guys. Coach Borino with you on this lovely day. Well, it's actually bullshit. It's cold, it's unpleasant, it's like drizzling, half snowing here. Where is the spring? What's with this weather? No snow, nothing in the winter. Now we're getting our asses frozen? That ain't right, I tell you. I am not happy about it, and I don't mind complaining. Because complaining about weather is very productive, very important. Everybody should be doing it, right? How are you, my friends? Blaine just joined us. Mr. Robert Kleiner, always good to see you, good sir. From Chicago, right? Am I right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, important topic today that we're going to address, which is robocalls to expired listings. Calling expired listings is getting in trouble. So we'll talk about that. I got some good news. You know, we had that contest recently to win a book, great book, one of the most important books from my man Tony Robbins. It was his birthday. Congratulations to good sir Craig Blumengold from Littleton, Colorado, who is the lucky winner. Ruby, what's happening? Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Here's some hello from our friends. Aaron is selling goodbye. Mr. Evan, always good to see you here from lovely sunny Florida. Yeah, no snow there yet. Rub it in, Holmes. Why don't you? I'm telling you, it is crazy. Welcome. Any questions I can answer for you? Any help you need from me? Let me know. I'm here to help. I want to make sure this is all good. Time well spent for us. No coffee today. I just finished one. Hannah, my wife, was here a little while ago, so we enjoyed a little cappuccino together. So no coffee with you guys. We have some business to attend to. So let's get to it. All right. Karen, good to see you. Happy Friday from Chicago to you as well. Sanjay checking in from Canada. Lovely to have you guys. Welcome. And Louis is here. Good morning from cloudy Arizona. Nice to have you guys. All right. Let's get down to business. This is the post I wanted to bring to your attention. This is Santino, who posted, my association just broadcasted this to all its members. You might have seen this, guys. Not good. Anybody else seen their association crack down on prospecting expireds? Now, you know, because I am the expired guru, you guys call me that. I appreciate that. We need to address it. So let's talk about it. Let's read it. When farming goes too far, expired listings and CRMLS Rule 1211 from Edward Zone. I was sitting in Graziano's Pizzeria for a birthday celebration for my father-in-law when my sister-in-law barreled into the restaurant and went into a tirade about agents that kept calling her. She received over a dozen telephone calls, the vast majority being robocalls, since her property had expired from MLS earlier that morning. The few telephone calls that she decided to answer resulted in awkward conversations with agents who clearly knew nothing about her property and, in her opinion, didn't know what they were doing. She was a realtor about 10 years ago. Have you guys seen that? So a couple of things. First, a disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney, so I cannot, nor would I want the legal advice from me. So we are not here discussing laws and rules. And if the OMRS has laws and rules, follow them. Don't get in trouble. But let's analyze that statement. Let's take a closer look. Watch this. This area right here. Let me just enlarge it. The vast majority being robocallers. And some not telemarketers. You know, some of these companies hire companies, sometimes overseas, to call expired listings. So why was this lovely lady, a former real estate agent, surprised that people call expired listings? They've been doing it for the last 30 years. I started in real estate in 1647, and we called expired listings. Back then, the phone numbers were in an MLS. So it was easy when we started. Then, you know, the privacy laws kicked in. But most of them are robocallers. Don't ever do that shit. Don't do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. Why was she really pissed? Because she's getting unsolicited robocalls from somebody who doesn't give a shit. Now notice the second part that's important. Let's take a look at this. The calls that she answered resulted in awkward conversations with agents who clearly knew nothing about her property and, in her opinion, didn't know what they were doing. She wasn't pissed off because somebody was trying to help. Because if you check statistics in your MLS, a property expires, then nothing happens and it goes back on the market. Sometimes, not always, but many do. Why? Because you have a seller who hired an agent, the agent didn't get the job done, property expired, and then somebody else picks it up and helps those folks. Except For those who do this and do this well and help people and get listings and make a lot of money, which some of my students, you guys do it right. No robocalls. No bullshit, no script. She says it right there. They didn't know about the property, didn't know anything about her situation, the home area, nothing. No wonder she was pissed. Wouldn't you be? Remember what I teach you. I talked about it last night in my last video. There are 3 parts to being a high status agent. Might as well put it on the board. Might as well write it down. This is important. You want to be a high status rock star agent. There are 3 elements to it. You bring those 3, you're going to help people, you're going to connect with people, you're going to make a lot of money. Element number 1 is confidence. You must be confident. And I'm not talking about this confident, look at me, how cool and powerful I am, and because I'm a hot shit, You see that on TV. No. Confident means I can be trusted. I know what I'm doing. I trust in my abilities. I trust that what I do is right. Confident that you're not a pushover. You don't let people just steamroll over you, but you don't also need to beat anybody up. You don't need any pushy, manipulative sales scripts or any of those things. You're simply confident knowing I know how to get the job done and I know there are right people out there for me whom I can help. That's confidence. Some of it comes from practice. Some of it comes from experience. Some of it is part of your personality. There are all these elements that influence, but it is one of the most important and most attractive qualities you can develop. Confidence is very magnetic. I want to have a confident attorney. I want to have a confident CPA. I want to have a confident partner, my wife Hannah. I want to have confident kids. It's attractive. It's very appealing when it's organic and authentic. That's quality number 1. Quality number 2 is competence. Competence. The agents calling were not competent at all. They didn't know anything about the property, didn't know anything about the area. They didn't even know how to build a relationship and talk to a human being. She wasn't pissed because she had to talk to somebody. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation with a human being as long as you treat them as a human being from competence. You know what you're doing. You understand the business. You know the area. You know the property. You know. You're an expert. That's what competent means. If you have the balls to stretch out your arm and your hand and you say, pay me $10,000, you better back it up by some competence. That you know your shit. And then confidence, you can be trusted. There's part number 3, and that is empathy. Empathy. We're not simply calling these people saying, hey, would you like to list with the top agent in the area? Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. We start with empathy. I says, look, I know all these people calling you. It's unpleasant. I get it. Calling to see if you have relisted, if you thought about selling it again. What were your plans? Simple conversation, few simple questions. Because if I back it up with confidence and competence, and if I'm talking to somebody who genuinely needs my help, genuinely has a desire to sell the house and live somewhere else, why wouldn't it work? Think about it. You're helping another human being. You're putting their interest first, before commission, before listing, before business, before anything else. You're simply trying to connect. You're simply trying to have a conversation. You're simply trying to explore. See if we can help each other out. This is what I do for a living. I help people just like you. I do it well. I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. And I like to help you as well. That's all there is to it, friends. You don't need to be pushy. You don't need to be arrogant. You don't need to be manipulative. And if they do get emotional with you, if they do get pissed off, which, again, with empathy, they have the right to. You don't know their situation. You don't know what's going on. You simply give them a chance to either vent out or move on to the next one. No big deal. You don't need to piss anybody off. You don't need to get in trouble. Help people. And do it with confidence and competence. That's the secret. And unfortunately, there are no tools or shortcuts that could make it easier, faster, more efficient, where you have to be in your little comfort zone. No, it's uncomfortable at times, and because you're interacting with people. And people have different stories, emotions, reasons, problems, fears. And you as an expert need to know how to put up with it, deal with it, and help them, sometimes in spite of them. Because at the end, this lady and many others still need help. They still want to move. They still want to sell. The fact that the property expired clearly means they're disappointed, they're frustrated. That'd be like you going to a dentist. Dentist does their job, you pay them, and the tooth still hurts. They didn't do their job. They didn't get it done. You came there to solve your problem. That's what people pay you for. You only get paid when you deliver. That's the reward. You get a job done because you're competent. That's the secret, my friends. You don't need to piss anybody off. You can connect with people if you do it well, but you must do it well. You must know and master the art of conversation, which is really what a big chunk of what we work on during our boot camp. Some of you are signing up, which I really appreciate. I'm looking forward to working with you. We're starting an expired boot camp on Thursday. For those of you who don't know, check it out. It's right here. GoBorino.com/bootcamp. I will teach you how to have authentic, real conversations. Because behind a lot of these people who are frustrated and angry and disappointed are just people who would like to move, who need to sell, who have a problem. But because they've been bombarded by all these salespeople who recite some scripts 30 years from 1975 or God knows when, and because they're not listening, they're not caring, they're focused on how do I get this listing, how do I convince this person, rather than who are these people, what are they trying to do, and can I help them? It takes on a completely different turn. And when you approach that, you'll be surprised with how many people you can genuinely, authentically connect, where they say, holy shit, you're different. And you need to sell them on being different. They will feel it, notice it, hear it, experience it. And the secret? Confidence, competence, and empathy. Helpful? Ashley says, a couple of years ago, I took abortion's advice and called expire. It's my advice. My result from one success: seller listed the personal home, I had a buyer. Seller listed investment property, I had a buyer. Referred me to a friend who sold and relocated. Referred me to another friend who listed with me. Referred me to a coworker who listed with me, and buying from new home. And the original sellers are now thinking of selling and buying a new home from one expired listing call. Do what Borino says. You know how much business Ashley got? And Ashley's a rock star. I love watching your videos, Ashley, by the way. She took my advice, made the calls, connected with people, and provided tons of service, being really cool and being really helpful, and made a lot of money. Friends, remember, there are people out there who need you. There are people out there who don't want robocalls, who don't want pushy salespeople, who want somebody who genuinely cares. That's the word, genuinely. You can't fake it. You cannot be a used car salesman pretending to care. It needs to come from the heart. And that's one part I cannot teach you. You either have it or you don't. If you don't care about people, you're in the wrong business. This is a people business. We can have the latest gadgets, the latest tools. The reason companies like Zillow cannot encroach on your business is because it's an entity. It's an organization. There's no human being behind it. And what people want now more than ever is the authentic connection of somebody who says, I'm here to help. I care about you more than I care about my commission, more than I care about the listing or any of that stuff. Let's explore the possibility. Let me see where you are. Let me see what you'd like to accomplish. And let's see if we can make it a reality. And that not only feels better for the seller, that feels better for you. Because you don't have to be pushy, you don't have to be an arrogant, you don't have to be sleazy, you don't have to do any of that. Be yourself. Professional, yes. High status, of course. An expert, great communicator, confident. But also pleasant, cool, laid back, no big deal. Having a good time. Imagine I would be coaching you, teaching you here, and I'd be like, fuck, I hate doing this shit. You people are so stupid. Just get your shit together. Come to my boot camp. Do my shit. Do what I tell you to do. How long would you stick around? For a while, it would be kind of fun, right? Getting your butt kicked. But after a while, it'd be like, dude, just lighten up. Can you tell how much fun I have, how passionate I get, especially if I see that that shit is working for you, that you're helping people? You saw my interview I did a couple of days ago with Luke and Krista. I love stories like it. Ashley, I love the stories like that. Helping people, getting listings, having a good life. It's awesome. Something is in my eye, it bothers the shit out of me. You know what I mean? I love that. Love the process. And it doesn't mean it's going to be easy, of course not. If it was easy, anybody could be doing it. Do you think you'd be making 5, 10, 15 grand a pop? Of course not. You'd be selling shoes. You'd be doing that other shit. It's precisely because it's difficult, it's complicated, and most people can't do it. The commissions are what they are. But it requires your contribution. Putting a goodwill out there first. Spreading a goodwill, being helpful, being kind, being patient, and being willing to do the work. And do it well, do it right. That's not easy. Hey, there's Luke. Good to see you, my brother. What's up, Rockstar? Luke says, we just listed and expired for $55,000, sold in a day. He has 30 more rentals. He's getting ready for us to sell. Thanks for everything, Borino. That's awesome. A lot of properties. You're going to be helping a lot of people, guys, because it can snowball on you. One listing will result in 2. 2 will result in 4. 4 in 8. And you can literally exponentially grow your business just from one property. It's totally possible. You're going to help those sellers move somewhere else. Somebody will be interested in your listing. You're going to get a couple of referrals from those over the next 12 or 16 months. All that is totally possible. You're going to establish yourself in a neighborhood. People will see your sign. They see your soul sign. Yay! That's the best advertisement in the neighborhood. That's why I never want to have overpriced listings, because if your sign is just sitting there for 6 months and the fucker is not sold, you're in trouble, bad reputation. And you know how it is. If one property in the neighborhood gets up for sale, sooner or later somebody else is going to list. Who are they going to list? With somebody who couldn't sell it in 6 months, or somebody who blasted a sold sign on it in 2 weeks? That's the best advertising. Then you follow up with a marketing campaign, Facebook advertising campaign, direct mail campaign, couple open houses. You can own a neighborhood and dominate the area in 6 months or less. That's how it works, friends. Not complicated. Good for you, Luke, by the way. That's awesome. David is right. It's all about relationships. Yes. Yeah, Tom is right. We can tell you're having fun with this. I totally do. And that's the trick. Can you figure out how to have a good time doing what you're doing before you get paid, before you take all the listings? On a day where you're calling and nobody answers, or on the day you call and somebody does get mad at you. On the day you do an open house and you did everything right and nobody shows up. Can you still stay in that good expectations and positive mindset? Because I tell you, if you visit a seller, now let's say it's an expired listing, we've been talking about expires today. You go see the seller, and the seller's kind of like, well, shit, didn't work out. You know, our agent was an asshole. We didn't get any offers. You could be either grumpy, or you can say, well, it's kind of a bummer. I helped 3 people this month, similar situation like you. And yeah, it kind of started rough at the beginning. They listed with another agent, things didn't work out. I came in, I helped them. 2 weeks later, boom, we had a good offer on the table. Can you tell the passion, the excitement? It's very contagious. I'm smiling, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying what I do. I enjoy helping people. Like me here, I enjoy helping you guys. Some will follow my advice, some will not. Some will come, do the boot camp, get my stuff, some will not. Some enjoy this video, some of you still complain and get stuck on my language. That's life. I'm having a good time because, 1, I enjoy what I do, and 2, I get inspired by those success stories and your success and your progress. That's what drives me. So use the same. Mr. David says, just had an expired 30 days off the market. Tell me she's committed to another agent. We talked. I wished her luck. At the end, she asked me to text me info to her. I used the Borino method, confidence, competence, and empathy. I sent her a thank you card. I'll bet I get the listing. There's a very good chance you will, David. But you know what's cool and you know what's attractive? You know how I always say real estate is like dating. Instead of being the needy, desperate agent who would fight for the listing and try closing and try all kinds of scripts and bullshit, you're not attached. And that is so magnetic. That positions you in such a high status. Because the more you would try to push, the more resistance you would create. You know how it is, if you put somebody's hands up and you push against it, that's a natural resistance. So rather than using clever lines and trying to close them and convince them, you took a better approach. Nice thank you card, you keep in touch. You're still in running because until the contract is signed with you or that other agent, the game is still on. She's still considering it. And maybe she will go with the other guy. That's a possibility. Or maybe she'll pick you. But with you, if you follow up, if you keep in touch, if you text her once in a while, send her a nice thank you card once in a while, send her market updates, send her something helpful. What it is exactly is not as important as she sees that you're actively soliciting, actively working, actively following up. Makes miracles happen. If she was totally not interested, if she would not consider you at all, why would she ask for your contact information? Maybe to appease you. That's possible. Sometimes people do that, but not likely. But here's the best part. Because you're not attached, you're already looking for other opportunities. You're not giving up on this one, but you're never stuck on just one. Because there's nothing worse if you get stuck on just one. One client, one situation, one listing, one transaction, one commission. Never do that. Never put all your eggs, or just one egg, in one basket. Keep your options open and keep going. Don't let these things stop you. Because if it works out, fantastic, you did it right, learn from it. If it doesn't work out, fantastic, you have data, learn from it. Then you can do better next time. There's always room for improvement. That's the whole name of the game. Mr. Christopher, good to see you, my good sir. Good Friday to you all. Really glad to hear Borino talk about expires today. I'm going to the weekend super motivated. Excellent. Excellent. It's essential to feel good and have these positive expectations. I fought it for so long, guys. I always thought, expectations, motivation, visualization, bullshit. It's California, Yeah, I'm motivated. No. I always thought, get the fucking job done, you're going to get results. Not quite. Not quite. Good expectations, being positive. Whether you're going to get some listings or leads or anything tomorrow, don't let that sway you. Keep that focus on, I'm going that way, these are my goals, this is a lifestyle I'm building, here's the type of a seller I would like to work with. I know there are people out there who are looking for an agent who need my help. All I have to do is find them. Then I have tools and resources from me to you to connect with them, to communicate with them, to follow up with them, to set up appointments, to connect. That's how it works. But the expectations are important, your focus is important, and your beliefs are critical. Mindset. Eddie, I totally appreciate what you're saying. Eddie says, you have to be honest and real. Eventually, it'll pay off for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Honest and real. Honest and real. And that's what your clients expect anyway. I mean, think about it. You're sitting at a listing appointment. You're having a great conversation with the seller. Your status has been established. The frame is set. And the seller asks you, well, Eddie, let me ask you a question. What do you think, what do you believe we should list the property at? And then many agents will be like, oh shit, if I tell them the truth, I may not get the listing. So I'll better tell them what they want to hear. And you're damaging your status, you're damaging yourself, your reputation, your expertise, but also the relationship with the seller. So instead of doing that, you simply say, great question, John. We're not here to discuss what the house is worth. Because to you, because of the memories and blood, sweat, and tears you put into it, may be worth a lot of money. And I can appreciate that. There's no price tag I can put on that. What we need to discuss is what list price will cause it to sell. That's the number we need to focus on. And based on the analysis I put together for you guys, I will show you exactly what that price is and why we should go with that price. And then you just show them. But because you're coming from empathy, you're coming with confidence, you trust yourself that the number you suggest is the right number, that's where expertise comes in, and competence, you know the market well enough to say 475. And if the seller says, well, we'd like to list it at 5, you can intelligently explain to them, that's going to hurt you guys. 500,000 is not a price that will cause it to sell. I'm here to get you as much money as humanly possible. That's my job. Put as much cash in your pocket as I can. But in order for us to get this done, we need to price it at a price that will cause it to sell. And that price is 475. The bad news is you or I don't control that price. I wish I had a magic button or a dial where I could change the reality, but I can't. My job is to tell you the truth. And because I've been doing this for the last 8 years, I know the market, I know the conditions. I also know that at 475, we're going to get buyers and we're going to get offers. At 500, we're going to help your neighbor sell the house down the street. What do you want to do? Now watch how I did it with confidence, competence, and empathy. I'm not fighting, I'm not pushing, I'm not arguing. I'm simply having a conversation. With empathy, I want to help, but also with expertise and high status because I'm in control. At any point, they can walk away, they can say, we don't want to list with you, we don't want to list at this price. They have freedom to choose, but so do I. Because I know that the only thing worse than not having listings is to have bad overpriced listings. Because that's such a disservice to the seller, to the other agents, to the buyers, to everybody. Make sense? So I appreciate that. Appreciate that comment, Eddie. Tracy from Canada saying hello. Hey Karen, your video came just in time. I was just about to start calling some new expireds. Fantastic. Call them. There are people who need your help. There are people who need your help because you want evidence? Go to the RMLS and watch this. The properties that expired in December last year, just run a quick little report. You're going to get a few hundred. And then cross-reference those and watch how many are back on the market with a new agent. There'll be a big chunk in most markets, right? So that means somebody grabbed the opportunity, somebody, sellers, needed help, and somebody did it right. So the question I have for you, why not you? What are you waiting for? It's not going to get easier. This is what it is. So why not go help some people? All you need is one good listing a week. One a week. How much would your life, your business, your family, your future change if you predictably, repeatedly could list one property a week? It's doable. You can plan it out. It will require three things: mindset, systems, and action. I'll take care of the mindset. I'll help you with that. I wrote a book on it. I will send it to you when you come do the boot camp with us. I put together systems. One of them I will teach you starting Thursday next week, the boot camp. I'll break it down, everything. How to contact expireds, how to put an expired package together, your secret weapon, how to approach them, how to communicate with them, how to break down the walls that they naturally put up, what to say, what to do, how to follow up with them, how to get appointments, the whole thing. 5 sessions, live sessions, where I will teach you. I will break it down. You will get the system, you will get the book. You'll get these 2 books. This is the mindset book, very important, and this is the expired book. I'll send you both. And you get the entire system from me, with the letters, postcards, resumes, everything. So you can't have an excuse, I don't know what to do, or I don't have the right tools. I'll give you all the tools. And for those of you who are coming on board, excited. I'm really excited. We wrapped up last boot camp Thursday, yesterday. That was a FISBO boot camp. This will be expired. Would love to have you. Go to Borino.com, sign up. You're going to test drive Path because a lot of the resources I'm going to reference, a lot of the things you're going to be getting as part of the coaching will come from Path. Doesn't mean you need to stay. There's no obligation. It's only $197 a month. But I think you will like it. I think you will see so much value and you're going to feel the energy. Me coaching you, us working together live, having Q&A sessions, having role-playing sessions, having brainstorming sessions, having accountability every Monday morning. I think all of that can really give you the boost you need. So I would love to have you. This is lovely. Tina, thank you. I have happy tears. Your video has sparked a light when I needed the most. I'm ready to get back to work. Thank you. Excellent. And I know how it is, guys. I understand we all have those days when it just sucks. I had those days. And I know, I'm Mr. Happy, Mr. Tony Robbins of real estate. I've been called that, I know. And I appreciate it. I'm flattered when you guys call me that. I have bad days. I have days where I'm lazy. I have days where shit just doesn't work. When things go sideways on us. I still have those days. I understand that. But I'll give you a little insight. They say money cannot buy you happiness, which I agree with. But being broke will not buy you anything. And the advantage of having money, the advantage of having a lot of money, is that a lot of the problems I can make go away just by writing a check. A lot of the issues that I normally would have to deal with and handle and whatever, I simply write a check. So it's not really a problem, it's an expense. That's the level of freedom I want for you. That's my ultimate goal. For you to leave money out of the equation. Yes, you want to make more. Yes, you want to build a lifestyle, sure. But I want you to start making choices based on your preferences, not a price tag. That was my original motivation to put together the path. How can I put together a program where everything you need to have, all the tools, all the information, all the resources, I can provide for you? Yes, you still need to do the work. That's the only part we can do for you. But other than that, what do you need? Time management? Got that. Communication? Got that. Mindset? Big chunk. Systems to generate leads? You get 4. Listing presentation? Part of it. All of that. I put it all in there, jammed it all in there. Plus, on top of it, I will teach you how to use it. I will explain. I will help. I will hold your hand. Because think about it. 50 listings could change your life. It's out there. It's possible. Here's how you know. Are there other agents doing it? Of course they are. Are there other agents doing 50, 60, 80? Shit, I have some students doing over 100. Now I can promise you, of course. I cannot make you promises and mislead you saying, come on board and I promise you're going to get that. I can't. But if you just look around for evidence, there's plenty of evidence, there's success all around you, in your town, in your area. So the only question I have for you, why not you? You don't need to be special. This guy from Czechoslovakia, think about it, who sounded like, most of you will not remember, there was a show late 80s, early 90s called Perfect Strangers. And there was a character on Perfect Strangers called Belky. You guys remember that? That's what I sounded like. And then later the movie Borat came out, like, fuck me, that's me again. You know, with this communication where I probably lost monkey million of listings where people just go, I don't know what this guy sounds like. I don't know what he's talking about. And they hung up on me. I guarantee you that happened. Not I don't guarantee you. I know it happened. I had people tell me, I don't understand you. Who are you? What are you talking about? I improved my English. I improved my business skills. I improved my communication skills. It's all a set of skills. So if I figured it out, you can too. I want you to walk away from this session. I'm not here to sell you on the bootcamp. Would love to have you. I just want to make sure you understand that the training is available. It's affordable. It's very powerful. It's a $2,000 training course that is now available when you come on board. But more than that, I want you to walk away with this sense of hope, a possibility. Because if you open up your mind to that, interesting things start happening. People start showing up, listings, opportunities, which may feel like coincidences, serendipities. But if you open up your heart and your mind to the possibility, I can make money, I got what it takes, and if I don't know the answers, which you probably won't know to all of those, I can figure it out, I can learn, I can get better. Because bottom line, friends, there are people out there who need you. Notice what this poor lady, what we talked about earlier, went through. Robocalls. Bullshit salesmen, people who didn't give a shit about the house, didn't know anything, incompetent. So imagine you come in from the heart, high status, confident communicator, knowing the market, knowing your stuff. You're going to be like a breath of fresh air in this noise, in this garbage. And people respond to it, as they already are to many of you. John says, priceless information. Thank you, Borino. My pleasure, John. Kara says, I want to make choices based on preferences, not a price tag. That's the ultimate freedom. And I know money is not everything, but money will provide a lot. Better health. With money, I hired the best personal trainer I could find. With money, I can have the best doctors. With money, I can have a better diet. With money, I can do all these things that are better for my health. I can do yoga, which I do. I meditate. I can do these things. Money bought me better health. Money will buy you love and happiness. I can take my wife and my family on great vacations. We go skiing. We go traveling. I bought a motorcycle. We go on motorcycle rides. Now, I'm not saying it to brag or impress you how my life is, but I'm just telling you, be aware that the money is means to all that. Money will alleviate the stress when you wake up. And I was there. Trust me, I've been there. I know what it's like to wake up at 3 in the morning going, shit, if that deal doesn't close, I will not make this month mortgage payment. Money will alleviate all that. Money will help me provide for my children. Better school, better education. They get music lessons. They get dance lessons. They can do all these things. They have the freedom. My son decided, oh, shit, about a month ago, my son who's 14, and he loves technology and building stuff. So he decided he wanted to build, one of those arcade things, like a big wooden box with arcade, and you load it up with like retro video games. And I was really excited. I was like, cool, you and I are going to play. I can help him shit with that. I am anything but handy. If I start building shit, it's going to fall apart. The last project here in the house I built, I decided I'm going to show my wife how manly I was. And I put these IKEA bookshelves in one of the kids' rooms up. Simple bookshelves. Collapsed, came down crashing in seconds. And there was a big hole in the wall. Now I know there's this thing called studs. I didn't know that. I saw studs, you refer to me. So I am not handy. He decided to do this, so I'm like, all right, dude, tell me what you need. I'll buy you the stuff. We bought wood, and we bought a screen, and we bought these parts, and a Pi computer that supposedly runs it. So he decided to put this together. And now he's stuck. Because it's way more complex. He's 14. So I had to hire a guy to come to the house to help him, to guide him, to show him this is how you use this kind of saw and this kind of drill. But I'm grateful that I can do it for him, that I can provide this kind of stuff, and he's jazzed because he's learning, he's drilling, he's using the screwdriver and cables and all that stuff. I want the same for you. Whatever jazzes up your kids, whatever you can provide for them. Because there are only so many Mercedes you can drive, so many Rolexes you can wear. Where's my watch? Fuck. What happened to my watch? I feel bad without it. So I want the same for you. It's not here. Must have left it upstairs. And I want to help you. So reach out. Come do the bootcamp if you can. Post questions here on Rockstars if we can help you. There's a whole bunch of helpful people answering questions. Get one of my systems. Tell me what you need. I'm here to help. Ask for questions, ask for guidance, or just for inspiration. It's all good. Karen says, I'm there now. I wake up worried about money. But thanks morning was determined to shift my mindset. I got me motivated to work and have fun with it. And that's the idea. Because the more you struggle, the more you push, the harder you try, the tougher it gets. If you can find that place to let go of the worry temporarily and say, I know it's kind of tough right now. I know I'm kind of worried and stressed out. But at the end, things always kind of work out. Things always are all right. I will always figure out a way, and I have the means, I have the tools to turn things around. And the beautiful thing about real estate is it doesn't take years to rebuild a business. Even if you are in a rut, which everybody at one point or another was, things are okay. Not to mention I have a lot to be grateful for, a lot of things I appreciate. A lot of things that are going okay. The trouble is when you run into money problems, it seems to kind of overshadow all the good stuff. And I need to remind myself sometimes, I'm healthy. I have a prosperous, profitable business that helps people, that genuinely helps people. My wife, I have the most amazing woman. I have 2 amazing kids. I have the best, most amazing group of people that I get to touch and inspire and teach. We live in the best times where it's a merge of technology coming that makes our jobs easier. Broadcast like this, are you fucking kidding me? I pushed a few buttons and I can talk to you live, share these ideas with you. Where 10 years ago, this would have been impossible. I would have to own a fucking television channel. I ain't got money for that. So we live in great times. There are people out there who want your service, who need your service right now, who appreciate, especially now, like you read that article. Someone who wants to genuinely help and who has the skills, the tools, and resources, and the desire to help. These are good times. These are really good times. We can complain about the weather. I'm looking outside. Fuck, it's snowing here in DC. But other than that, we have plenty to be grateful for. Plenty to appreciate each other. You know what I mean? So with that, my friends, I want to say thank you. Thank you to every single one of you who has put faith and trust and give me your time. Because we have the most important currency right now is not cash, it's not knowledge, it's attention, it's time. And you're giving me something that you'll never get back, which is your time. And I so cherish and appreciate it. That's why I want to make these lives as, excuse me, as inspirational, as valuable, and as powerful as I possibly can. But I need your help. You need to show up, ask questions, be connected, and actually do what I tell you to do. If nothing else, just trust me. I've done this. I've been at it for 20 years. I know a thing or two. And I genuinely want to help you. All right. Steve says, oh, I love that. Virtual hug, Borino. Yes, everybody. Absolutely awesome. Mr. Derek saying hello. Jane, join us. All right, my friends. Either get out there and get some work done or spend some time with the family, take some time off. Whatever you're going to do, give it 100%. I'm going to work today. I'm writing Presentation Plus 2.0 for you. I'm going to work on that. Then pizza movie night with the kids tonight. Looking forward to that. Work tomorrow, yoga tomorrow, and a family day on Sunday. That's my plan. Hope your plans are good. Hope the weekend is going to be great. And I can wait to talk to you soon. Maybe we'll do a quick live tomorrow. We'll see. If you're around, maybe I'll jump on and share some more stuff with you. I've been reading some really good stuff and really good books. I'm going to share those. All right. With that, my friends, wishing you a wonderful rest of the Friday. I'll talk to you real soon. Coach Borino signing off. Let's go get him. Bye.